is my hair such a mess? What's that rattling sound? It must be aliens! So actually I'm standing in a trough with pieces of ice because it is so hot in here. But of course it is turning out that the trough with pieces of ice is actually quite painful because it is so different from the existing environment. So let me try something. Okay, so what I did is I grabbed myself an old shirt and threw it in my trough full of pieces of ice that is there to try and keep me cool, and that's making it a little more bearable because it's hot in here. So you've probably guessed it today. We are talking about aliens because Tricia Hirschberger had a special guest and they discussed a bunch of theories regarding aliens. And I really don't know if I have that much to add to their theories regarding aliens. So permit me to explain the stellar habitable zones. See, if we're going to find intelligent life, particularly intelligent life, there is a great ring in the Milky Way. This is referred to as the stellar habitable zone, things that are far enough away from the core of the galaxy that they are not supersaturated with radiation, and close enough in so that enough planets can form and such, so that there is a likelihood or a possibility of the right size planet in the right conditions for life. So this is the habitable zone where the likelihood of life raises to almost 100%. Somewhere in that zone we're going to find another planet with life on it. And if there's going to be life of any kind of intelligent nature, it's going to be somewhere around there. I mean, it's just that simple. And then around every star of a certain type, there is a stellar or a solar habitable zone, which the Earth and Mars falls into. And the reason there's life on Earth and there isn't life on Mars, or there's no substantial life on Mars, is very simple. Earth has a substantial moon. Mars has really small moons. Our substantial moon causes enough tidal friction on the core of our planet to cause a magnetic field that wards off radiation. It also stabilizes our climate to the point where advanced life forms can evolve. So, we basically know that if there's going to be advanced life, they'll probably be living on a planet approximately a stellar unit, that's the distance between the Sun and the Earth, away from their star, and probably a planet with one substantial moon, maybe two. I think that was my cat in the background. One of my cats in the background. Yes. So, where does that leave us? It leaves us with, I guess, the question that Tricia Hirschberger and this gentleman examined, which is that if there is intelligent life in the universe, why haven't we heard from them? And there were people who would argue that we certainly have, but we're not seeing radio waves, which would be evidence of another kind of people or anything like that. Well, for one thing, I will make the point that in all the space out there, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, when I was a child, I went to an observatory and somebody said, "Hold your hand up to the sky." That hand is now covering more stars than there are grains of sand on every beach in the entire world. So when you look at this ring of habitableness around our Milky Way galaxy, there has to be another race within the right amount of light years for there to be a definite direct line between us and them without enough stuff in the way to block out their transmissions. That becomes mathematically unlikely. Now, it's true that if we can go faster than the speed of light, and they've now designed, NASA has the plans for a ship. They're saying these are the technological hurdles we need to get over, and here's what it would look like, a ship that will go faster than the speed of light. Thing is, that whereas the ship goes faster than the speed of light, the universe doesn't really understand that the ship is going faster than the speed of light. So you might get to another star in 10 years, but if that star is 50 light years from Earth, you get there 50 years from now. There aren't a lot of stars 50 light years from Earth. It's not that way. So when you look at all that space, even in the existence of, interstellar beings, there has to be kind of a desire to get to us or communicate with us in a meaningful way. And I think that's kind of unlikely. I mean, if we look at our modern fiction, they say, there's a cat trying to get in this room. The cat is not trying to get into this room. He is... Okay, he's coming in now. Giving you updates on my cat, yes. Anyway. So as I was saying, it is entirely likely that intelligent races have something of a hands-off policy, or a let's only have minor interference policy with other intelligent races. I mean, chimpanzees pretty much know of our existence because we can't make it so that they don't. If you really want to study something, you need to study it without it knowing you're there. And one of the rules of science is that you studying something changes that thing. So you try to be as minimal invasive as possible. So it would make sense that if there are alien races, they've got an agreement that we're only going to interact with humans so much, and we're going to try to do it as little as possible. Of course, I don't know if it lends credence to or removes credibility from the theory that throughout all of human history there have been talks about abduction. Not necessarily by aliens, but before aliens it was demons. Demons would come and screw with you and do things to you. So, is there intelligent life out there in the universe? Almost certainly. Is it messing with us? Meh, I don't really know. But I'm going to make a larger point is, if I could prove, or disprove, one or the other, the existence of aliens, how much different would it be for you to eat your Cheerios the next morning? You're still going to have to go to work, you're still going to have to live your life. That's the existence of man. It's not necessarily pleasant, but that's how it is. So, whereas it's an interesting theory, worrying about aliens, and there are a lot of people that make a good living worrying about aliens. I mean, look what the alien crash in New Mexico did for their economy. Roswell is got alien bars and alien photo shoots and alien this and alien that. It's done great things for the economy. So if you want to believe in aliens, it's good for the economy. I love that idea. But because it is not going to change how I eat my Cheerios, I'm really not going to worry about it. It's one of those things. It's like, if you could prove to me that creation is how we happen. It's like, here it is, God comes down from the sky, walks up and says, Richard, I want to tell you this. I want to say, I created the universe, this is why I did this is why I did that. The fact would be that I wouldn't eat my Cheerios any different the next morning. And questions like this, whereas certainly a escape from our normal humdrum, not all that big of a thing. So do I believe aliens exist? Yes. Do I believe they're here on Earth and studying us? Jury's still out on that one. Do I care? I actually don't. I'd rather study ghosts at the moment because, more people seem to interact with those. Got a lot of great theories on ghosts and how they function. Okay, and the kitty's about to do something weird, so I've got to go make sure he doesn't tear up the room. All right, peace out.